Welcome to English Practice Every Day. This lesson is about how the English language is spoken in a rhythmic manner. For example, I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. When we speak in English, the rhythm and flow of our speech are important. It's like music, with some parts louder and clearer than others. Native English speakers have a unique way of pronouncing syllables. They stress certain syllables more while quickly saying the others. This creates a rhythm in their speech, just like the way I am speaking right now. It's not the same for all words, and stressed syllables are pronounced slower than unstressed ones. This rhythm is called stress-timed rhythm. It's a characteristic of English and helps make our speech sound natural. To speak like a native speaker, it's essential to understand and practice this rhythm. Briefly, let me explain what is a syllable. It is a unit of a word that consists at least one vowel sound. For example, word pronunciation has 5 syllables: pronunciation. Pronunciation. We can count syllables in particular word by counting how many vowel sounds we hear. Word cat has 1 syllable. Such words are called monosyllabic words, while word pumpkin has 2 syllables. Such words are called polysyllabic words. Please go through our practice 18 about mispronounced words to understand more about syllables. Now let's go back to understanding rhythm of English language. Most languages, unlike English, don't have the same rhythm based on stressed and unstressed syllables. In these languages, all syllables are considered equal and occur at regular intervals. This creates a flat rhythm in their speech. I will repeat our earlier example. I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. I will speak the same line with rhythm and with flat rhythm. I hope you understand the difference here. One reason why non-native English speakers struggle with fluent English is because they try to speak English with the same rhythm as their native language, which is a flat rhythm. To speak English fluently, it's important to understand and master this rhythm. In English, stressed syllables should be emphasized, while unstressed syllables should be downplayed. By following this technique, your English speech will flow smoothly without any interruptions. I urge you to avoid speaking English in a flat way and remember to stress the stressed syllables. We will learn more about exceptions to this rule and practice this technique. In English speech, there are fixed points where the loudness of the sounds goes up or comes down. These points are determined by certain rules. 1. The loudness goes up when you stress a strong syllable in a word, whether it's a polysyllabic word or a monosyllabic word. Stressing a syllable means pronouncing it with more breath force or effort, making it sound louder and clearer. For example, monosyllabic words like cat, that, and polysyllabic words like library, where first syllable is stressed, library, or zealot. 2. The loudness comes down when you don't stress weak syllables in a polysyllabic word or the sole syllable in a monosyllabic function word. These syllables are not emphasized, so they sound less clear. For example, again, library. Br and re are not as stressed as lie. Library. Br and re are not as stressed as lie. or in word zealot, lut is not as stressed as z. Zealot, zealot. 3. In addition to these fixed points, the speaker has the freedom to emphasize or downplay any function word as desired. This can be done to draw attention to the meaning conveyed by that word or to maintain the rhythm of speech. For example, first example, they burned down the closest thing to my heart, my library. This is to emphasize the event and place. Second example, so much power has turned that kind man into a dreadful zealot. By following these rules, the speaker can control the up and down movement of the speech sounds, creating a natural rhythm in English speech. In polysyllabic words, meaning words with 2 or more syllables, there is one syllable that is more important than the others. This syllable is called the strong syllable, and it must be stressed when pronouncing the word. The position of the strong syllable is conventionally fixed for each polysyllabic word. Stressing any other syllable or weak syllable in a polysyllabic word will make it sound unnatural. For example, library, instead of pronouncing as library, if pronounced as library, 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 sounds unnatural. Or word zealot, instead of pronouncing as zealot, if said zealot, zealot, sounds unnatural. In monosyllabic words, meaning words with only one syllable, the treatment of the syllable depends on the type of word. If it is a content word, meaning verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, or demonstrative pronouns, the sole syllable should be stressed using more breath force or effort. For example, he advised me on the matter. He advised me on the matter. I sipped the tea. I sipped the tea. It was hot outside. It was hot outside. I hope it is clear so far. Now moving on, let's understand schwa, pronounced as schwa. What is schwa? Let me explain. Some words in English are considered function words, and how we pronounce them depends on whether they are weak or neutral. Weak function words like am have 2 ways of being pronounced: a full-length form when said alone, or a weak form when used in connected speech. In the weak form, the vowel sound in the word is not pronounced fully. For example, am I at fault? Am I at fault? No, I'm not. Am I at fault? No, I'm not. First am is full-length form, that's why pronounced prominently. Am I at fault? Am I at fault? Second am is weak form, that's why not pronounced prominently. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Am I at fault? No, I'm not. Am I at fault? No, I'm not. Now it is very important to know the difference between weak and neutral function words to understand English rhythm. When pronouncing reduced forms of words, we often use a vowel sound, that is schwa, which is a common unstressed vowel. The schwa sound is like a mix of a and or a. A and or represented by inverted e. For example, am I at fault? No, I'm not. Here, schwa sound appears between I and am. I am, pronounced as am. Again, am I at fault? No, I'm not. Here, schwa sound appears between I and am. I am, pronounced as am. Don't worry and don't feel confused. We will do a lot of practice of this lesson, so you can master this rhythmic speech in upcoming practice videos. To finish this lesson, just few pointers about neutral function words. 1. Verb forms like am, are, can, could, did, do, does, had, has, have, is, must, shall, should, was, were, will, would should be pronounced in their full-length forms when they are the first word in a question word group. In middle positions, their weak forms are used. For example, am I right? Am I right? Are you next in line? Are you next in line? Can I help you? Can I help you? Second, verb forms like am, are, be, can, could, did, do, does, had, has, have, is, must, shall, should, was, were, will, would should be pronounced in their full-length forms when they are the last word in a clausal word group. For example, yes I am, yes I am, yes we are, yes we are, yes he can, yes he can, yes they could, yes they could. 3. Prepositions like at, by, for, from, of, on, till, to, with should be pronounced in their full-length forms when they are the last word in a clausal word group. For example, where did he come from? Where did he come from? What did you do that for? What did you do that for? Number 4. Pronouns like he, her, him, his, them, us should be pronounced in their weak forms no matter where they occur in a word group, unless they are stressed for meaning. Number 5. Question words like how, what, when, where, which, who, whose, why should be pronounced in their full-length forms when they are the first word in a question word group. If spoken at a fast rate and occurring in the middle, you can use their weak form. For example, how did all this happen? How did all this happen? How did all this happen? What time is it? What time is it? When will he come? When will he come? These few pointers help us in pronouncing neutral function words accurately, considering their usage and context. So, to summarize, in this lesson, we discussed principles of stress and rhythm in English speech. We learned that monosyllabic content words should generally be stressed, but in fast, casual speech, they can be left unstressed if their meaning is understood from context or for the sake of rhythm. Monosyllabic function words are typically not stressed, except when emphasizing their meaning or maintaining the rhythm. Polysyllabic content words should always be stressed, while polysyllabic function words are normally stressed but can be left unstressed in fast, casual speech to maintain rhythm. Again, don't worry if you have failed to understand any part of this lesson. Things will get clear to you as we start practicing for rhythm of speech. That's all for this lesson. Bye for now.